I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub, Smackin It Raw. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden, Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host. She is host of the She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, Story Time with Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay Bay.
Hello.
And he is the delinquent Poppy, degenerate Poppy, deadbeat, all these things. He is the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vicente Alejandro Delgado Estrada.
What's going on, man?
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. Chilling. Only right if you listen to the last episode of Get Show.
I did. I got really mad about halfway through, but I pushed my way through. I was listen, I wanted to catch it live. My schedule, obviously we're going early. Like if you're like, hey, what the fuck's going on? Why is this show on now?
Yeah.
If you guys, we're going early because my whole schedule changed. That's why Croatia Conversation was on like at the end of / directly after She Leads Showcase this week. Not my choice. I don't make these decisions.
No, yeah, I know. Travis is rude. That's all I gotta say. It's pretty fucked up.
You fight Travis. I'll pay for that. It's why we're doing this now, and it's why next Sunday you will be getting off starting on Fridays instead of Sundays. So next Sunday you won't get shit, but we'll be here on Fridays for the next Katie Horror Showcase. With all of that said, like my schedule been so fucked up, I could not stay up to tune in live. Like I've just been crashing at all sorts of different hours. So I'm like, let me go listen to this. And as I'm listening to it, we got to the sweaty session, and I looked at the timestamp because I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm big on timestamps, and this thing there was like 49 minutes left in the episode, and you guys had already been like 5 minutes into the sweaty session. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? How is that possible?
Listen. Everybody has their first time. We went live for the first time. It was a bit of an adjustment period. Just first time he's ever been live, being the host, being the head honcho. Garn was in there. He did a little soliloquy about a movie to begin things off, and then his camera just froze and kind of just threw things off. Trying to do what we could, but we were just having so much fun that we just didn't want it to end. And then before we knew it, we almost had a 2-hour podcast. But it'll be remedied. Going forward.
PWI top 5 pro wrestling items.
Yes.
And I don't think I finished it yet, but I don't think I heard Mr. Sacco mentioned.
Not to spoil things, but yeah. There was just so much to dive in. We just had more and more and more.
So are you confirming Mr. Sacco wasn't mentioned?
I'm confirming Sacco gets mentioned later on.
Okay. Also, I heard Garn say Undertaker's Urn, but the fact that Undertaker's Urn wasn't in the top 5, or Paul Bearer as the Undertaker, because y'all are like, oh, well, the American Badass, and you got this, and blah, blah. I'm like, what the? There is no Undertaker without the urn. There is no American Badass.
Yeah, that's true. So the way we tried to approach it was not to go with the obvious ones. We were trying to go with a little bit more off the wall ones, like Undertaker's
Al Snow's head.
Listen, we all like head. Everybody loves head.
Some people.
What does everybody want? Head. Exactly. So, what does everybody want? Head.
Some people don't like head. I don't know.
Who doesn't like? I mean, I know there are people that don't like giving it, but I feel like everybody likes receiving. Well, actually, no. I had one girlfriend. Anyway.
Neither here nor there. But we
That's not for
eventually
this
do.
show.
We eventually do cover and encompass almost everything by the end of it. That's why it went so long. I wanted to make sure a few things got mentioned.
But that's not why we're here. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're entertained if you're watching us live or if you're listening back. But if you are watching us live, one of those places you can be watching us live is at twitch.tv/GraceWorld, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you link your accounts, Fusion Ha, Touch Tips, Scissor, don't pull out like me, make yourself a baby. That baby is a free sub. And that sub you can give to your favorite Twitch streamer. Give Katie your baby. She'll watch it for a little bit, every couple weeks, couple hours a week. Give it to us here at Creation World. Again, the baby is the sub. Give that sub to Katie. Give that sub to us, me specifically. The fact that Katie's giggling right now is the whole reason why you guys should be giving me your subs and tuning in every week, because I'm fucking hilarious. That's what I tell myself, especially when my wife tells me that I'm not. Also, our friends over at Botch Spots and Chair Shots, Rivet City Radio, all the things they do, or any of your favorite Twitch streamers. Just show some support. Do not let that free sub go to waste, and use it if you have it. You guys can also follow us at youtube.com/GraceWorld, where it is free to like, subscribe, and comment. Vince, what does that do?
Helps boost the algorithm and help find new listeners.
Look at you. Katie, why do I give a fuck about that?
You're a whore.
Correct facts. I am a whore. For your attention, ladies and gentlemen. I do this once a week, every week. I am staying up past my bedtime to do it because I got to be up at fucking 5 in the morning after this is over to go into work. I'm doing this for you, to entertain you, because I love your attention. So I need those likes. I need those comments. I need all the interaction that you can give us so that the algorithm gets boosted and more people can like and comment and interact us. Because the more attention that I get, the more entertaining I can be. Maybe.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's only one way to find out. That's to give me all your fucking attention and everyone else's attention. Yeah, exactly. I'm out here jacking fairy dust off on everything.
Hey!
And they're going to start flying.
No.
You're the one
No.
that called me Tinkerbell.
Because she survives off of attention. That's it.
As do I.
She's not jacking off pixie dust everywhere, you sicko.
You don't know where that pixie dust comes from. She is yeeting it all over everybody, just like she's Jey Uso.
Not.
Anyway. Flick that bean. Speaking of jacking off pixie dust on people, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live, whether it is every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, every Friday going forward at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern for getting off, and every Saturday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern for this show right here, Smackin It Raw, which has nothing to do with pixie dust or flicking the bean. That's just, those are all coincidences. Katie, with all of that said,
Yeah,
you got any news for us?
I do. Hi, Tommy. Few things. I said last week or the week before that they were talking about bringing Saturday Night Main Event back, and they are December 14th in Long Island, New York. It'll be on NBC and Peacock. They haven't really, I think it's just going to be like a one-time thing. I don't think they're fully bringing it back. Fun stuff there. SmackDown will be 3 hours long, supposedly come January, once Raw goes to Netflix.
So what you're telling me is they're giving us the old switcheroo.
Well, so Raw is going to be 2 hours. It's going to drop down to 2 hours for a little bit before they go to Netflix. But they're probably going to shoot back up to 3 hours.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I said probably.
Speculation.
It's like
it's probable speculation.
It's all probably. Like SmackDown might be going to 3 hours. Raw might stay 3 hours. Like it's a, I
know what they're doing here. It's like when you're having sex and then the lights go out, and next thing you know, someone else swaps in. and then you think it's the same person, but it's not. That's what they're doing with Raw and SmackDown. They're like, Raw's going to 2 hours. They're going to slide SmackDown in at 3, and the ratio is going to stay the same. Just the name of the show is going to be different.
And it's going to change things like time slots, but
I said that SmackDown, I don't think realistically could be a good 3 hours.
As it currently stands, no, given what they've given us. But should they get the ship right on course, they could theoretically give us a solid 3 hour programming, especially if we get more stuff from the women's division, especially in that mid card, more time slot for the bloodline stuff to fully unpack and just like interweave in between like segments like they do with Judgment Day over on Raw, or like they were doing with the bloodline back with Roman and Jimmy, the rest of the Usos were there. It can be done. Can it be done on a week-to-week basis? We just don't know yet.
Can it be done well? Debatable.
I was going to say, they're doing it with Raw. They can do it with SmackDown. I am not concerned about that whatsoever. Like I said, it's literally just swapping which show is 3 hours, which show is 2 hours. Like, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
They need more
also,
players,
don't they? No, we did the draft earlier. I was going to say, don't they do a draft in October? But no, now it's after Mania. So we already did that. But they'll figure it out. Rhea Ripley, what the fuck? Anyway, my Instagram's still open, and she's just like, I don't know what she is doing. She's got a barbell. She's bending over, touching it. Anyway,
just working out.
Well, yes, but like directly in my face.
She does that.
Yeah, I know. That's why we love her. I'm cool with it. Fuck Saturday Night Main Event though. I ain't got time for extra special bullshit.
It's probably just gonna be like an hour-long show on December 14th.
Listen, if it's a one-off thing, like maybe like once a year, like once every couple of years, cool, that's fine, it's whatever. But they bring it back every like 2 to 3 months, like Battle of the Belts with AEW, and have no significance on the show, then no, I don't want to see it. As long as it doesn't impact the storytelling from week to week, it makes me feel like I have to watch it.
It's probably just going to be like a yearly thing. It's probably going to be like a tribute to the troops type thing. They do it every year, and
which is fine.
A lot of people don't. It just depends. Like that's my guess. I have no idea though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. You brought up AEW. Miro has requested his release from All Elite Wrestling. Nobody should be surprised. Mans was injured and then was cleared, and then they said, yeah, no, we got nothing for you, buds. A lot of people online are saying that he's been hard to work with in AEW because of storyline related things, I guess, him not being a quote team player. I'm just reading what I have been seeing. I don't know. We're not there. He did basically say Dave Meltzer was going to hell, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, Miro wants to be gone. So possibly Rusev Day, round 2.
All right. So we're not going to talk about the discourse around this because everyone on the internet is stupid. It doesn't matter where your loyalties lie, which they should never lie with a billion-dollar company, regardless of who's running it. But it doesn't matter where your loyalties lie. Whenever news like this breaks, someone's leaving WWE, that's because they want to be a real wrestler and they want to go, or they're leaving AEW, that's because the locker room's tight. Like, don't get me wrong, I have my beliefs one way or another, personally, but it's not necessarily about the company specifically. It's about a couple people in the company, neither here nor there. If he's not being used and he wants out, cool. Man just went through a divorce from arguably one of the most beautiful women on the planet. He was hurting. He was hurting. Don't make that face. CJ Perry is fucking gorgeous.
It's his fault she divorced his ass.
I'm just saying, he's going through some shit, and it had to have been rough, which is why he's off TV. He's probably very sad. I'm not saying he didn't fuck it up, but even when, listen, Katie, don't act like you never fucked something up and then felt bad about fucking it up.
Didn't they do like 2 separate storylines where he was basically being cucked by CJ Perry, both on WWE and AEW?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
AEW, not as much. WWE, yes.
No, 100%, absolutely. And cucked by multiple people. First by Bobby Lashley, then also maybe by Liv Morgan.
Dolph Ziggler when they first broke up. Remember?
And Dolph.
He was wearing like leather.
But I mean, technically, they were broken up in that story, so that wasn't really cucking. Like, if you're not together anymore, it's not.
No. But I meant like he's being cut on screen, like from his behind the scenes wife. You know, like off screen, they were still married.
He had Summer Rae. It was 50-50.
Not a fair trade-off.
What else you got, Katie?
Samoa Joe. Not only is he doing Twisted Metal right now, he's going to be in a new game. The game model looks incredible, much better than WWE games, which I don't know how this keeps happening when wrestlers appear in other video games and they look fantastic. It is, hold on. He's going to make an appearance in Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Out February 2025. I have never heard of this game franchise, but Samoa Joe, from the picture, looks like he's sitting on a throne. He's got some chains on. Pop off a Samoan named Joe.
We've talked a lot about the most recent Like a Dragon when we were still doing the old school creation conversation before we switched up to the newer format and changed the time and stopped having guests on. Travis was really behind that and also told me he thinks I really like it. But now that they're adding Samoa Joe, there's actually a far greater chance that I will like it.
I mean, I don't know like how big of a thing he'll be.
He is in the story. Game. That's all I care.
He's in the game, so I don't know. And then Elton Prince and Kelly Kincaid just had a baby. So congrats to them. I just saw that earlier. Kelly Kincaid is one of the NXT backstage correspondent people.
Yes.
I didn't even realize she was fucking pregnant. She was on TV like 2 weeks ago. But I should have known because they only showed her like here up, and I was like, oh, you sons of bitches. They do that shit in TV shows. They always try and like hide the woman if she's like pregnant in real life. Genius. But yeah, that's
Elton Prince, huh?
Elton Prince and Kelly Kincaid.
That is not something I expected to hear.
He plays flamboyant very well.
He does. No, that's not. I'm not. I had no idea he was dating Kelly Kincaid. Hearing that they're having a baby, congratulations.
I don't know if they're married, but they've been together for a while.
See, I don't know any of these things.
I had no idea who this was. Like,
I just know he spends a lot of time in the bathroom
Federation.
I just know he spends a lot of time in the bathroom with his boy. His boy.
Yes, boy.
And in bed. Mostly naked.
Yes.
Girls do that too. So
I know they do.
So it really makes sense. That's fine.
Assumptions were made. I was incorrect. I am happy for them.
Yeah. There are many people being like, oh, I didn't know he was straight. Like, fuck off.
Hey.
Not you.
Well, you said he was convincing. All right. That's not on me. Good on him for being a really convincing portrayal.
So we're Billy and Chuck, but still.
A metrosexual. Anything else?
No,
that's it. All right. Well, let's get into Monday Night Raw. A various CM Pepsi is ready to let the devil take the wheel down in Georgia and bring Drew to climax in Hell in a Cell. Someone is going to finish. It's just a matter of who gets finished first. CM Punk's promo, Hell in a Cell, Drew. I know that I heard Vince talk about it on Get Show. They are finally making the Hell in the Cell matter for the story and not a pay-per-view where they have an obligatory Hell in the Cell and then they have to make the story match the match. The match is being used the way it should be used. So we're happy about that.
No, I like it. I like the promo. It's fine, but I think I'm at that point where I just kind of want to like climax already with this feud. Because they prolonged it for such a long time, and I've enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed it just like I enjoy the foreplay in and out of the bedroom. But there comes a point where it's like, okay, you've teased me long enough, just finish me. Just like a Mortal Kombat game, just finish me. But the promo was fine. Yeah, promo was fine. Drew's gonna come back next week. CM Punk's gonna be on NXT. Well, he was on NXT, and he's going to be on.
We're going to talk about that. Do not worry. We will get to that.
So, like, it's all leading up to it. I just kind of need that Hell in a Cell already to happen. But yeah, overall, it was Swallow. Nothing necessarily bad.
Disrespect all fucking week. Katie, spit or swallow?
I swallowed it. It was a Punk promo, but probably one of his better ones since coming back. Yeah, it's been like prolonged, but if you think about it realistically, they didn't put hands on each other
for such a long time.
Really,
yeah.
realistically, until April, May. Like, this started technically when Punk came back last year. Rumble stuff happened, blah, 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 blah. And the match is in 2 weeks.
It's been almost a year. Because we're in September now. By the time this match culminates, it's going to be early October.
October 5th, Rick's birthday.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, Georgia.
In Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. So it's going to be almost a 12-month-long build setup for this.
People have complained that they want long-term storytelling. These two have tried to murder each other multiple times, traveling to different countries and states and arenas to do so. One person quit and or was fired and then showed up later in the week and said, here's a dead body for you.
Yeah, in our presence. Rude.
In your presence. So I have no issue with it. I like it being, we all said a while ago, like, this show, Young Kings, everyone, we all were just like, yeah, this is one thing that deserves being a sell.
100%. Mm-hmm. And it's more so that it's like I kind of need them to just give this to me. It's not like I need them to wrap up the feud. I just need them to hurry the fuck up. I want to skip a few episodes and get to the season finale because it's been so anticipated. That's not what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Man, are you playing with Legos?
No, I'm not.
They're building Legos.
I'm playing with the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
I don't know if this is an accurate statement, so don't fact check me. Just take what I'm about to say and leave it be. For the 7th week in a row, no pussy fur was collected. I really don't know if it's been 7 weeks, but pretty much every week that the PFC is on TV, they have taken a loss. No pussy fur has been collected. And Natalia, listen, I gave you a pass. I don't need you back on my TV week to week. The whole point was that you showed up and it was nice because you've been gone away a while. And like, don't ruin a good thing. Please. Don't sink the boat. The boat's afloat.
She is the boat.
And if she continues to go back to her old ways, then that boat will sink. Spit, swallow.
Gargle.
Don't care.
I'll spit it because the closest thing to I don't care because I want to keep it within that realm. I'm just gonna spit it because like I don't really care for Natty. I don't really care for the PFC or whatever they're called. I'm just not feeling it. So I think it was there. So
all right. Finn Balor grew a huge pair of balls and used them to berate a one-legged woman and confess that he did in fact push Freddie Guerrero to cheat on Rhea. Jey Uso thought he heard yeet, not cheat, and showed up to have Rhea's back. Jay wants to play dog catcher at Bad Blood, but that dog barked that he has peed on more lawns in 6 months than Jay has in 14 years, and he didn't need his dad or
uncle.
Is there with your notes?
Oh, a litter. Because dogs, like a pack, like yeah. No, I was doing a lot of dog puns here. He didn't need his dad or a litter to do it. Jay said he was gonna dog walk Braun's ass, no leash, and it might be a short walk, just like Braun's NFL career. Xavier Woods specifically said, "We don't need no help" to Priest, and Rhea and Kofi tell the LWO, or to Priest and Rhea, and Kofi tells the LWO, "Hey, no, we do need help. We definitely do need help." And Woods is pissed because the LWO cost the New Day their nut, and Woods is pissed. Like, you never cost a tag team their nut. They could have won the tag team titles. They could have been like,
they honestly really could have. It was this close.
Champions. They were that close. That's what I said. 420 time champions. Kobe tells him we didn't need help before because we had E, but we don't have him anymore. And Woods is like, what'd you say fuck me for? Like, I'm not good enough for you? Judgment Day threatened a dragon because he's pro-yeet. And bisexual Undertaker gets all up in Freddie Guerrero's ass until Finn gets involved. Rhea flosses her lady bits with Liv's flannel, and now I know what I want to be reincarnated as. Liv saves Freddie and gets her guts rearranged for the trouble. Priest gets the win and a gangbang, and Jay once again takes his sweet-ass motherfucking time to come out and then gets smeared across the ramp by Braun, and that's what the fuck you get, Jey Uso. Listen, you cannot argue that man waits until the very last minute. No one is slower at making a save than Jey Uso. There's no fucking reason.
We're not hating Jey Uso. We're hating his lack of urgency, and when it comes to making the save,
piss poor reaction time.
And on top of that, he stayed on the end of the ramp. He's like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Spear. Which way do I go? Spear. That's where you go. You go against the barricade because you got your ass speared.
Katie, listen.
Too fucking long.
What?
If I'm getting my ass beat for 5 minutes straight, and I know you're available to come save me, and you wait to just watch me get my ass beat for 5 minutes, I'd rather you didn't come out. Just let me keep taking that ass whooping. Don't show up 5 minutes late after I've been getting pounded. I need you there with me right away.
I'd rather you not come out and me in my mind think, man, he must have been stuck in traffic. You know, he got stuck in the line in the bathroom or something. You know, like give me a lie. At least when Eddie Guerrero didn't come out to make the save with Rey Mysterio on Eminem on Carlitos Cabana, he made it. He didn't even come out. He's like, hey, yo, you know what? Like I got stuck in traffic. You know, I couldn't really make it. At least live, you don't really want to be there. Don't come out there after I already got my ass whooped. At that point, I'm mad at you now.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if it just so happens to coincide with the fact that do the Judgment Day know what Jey Uso's poop schedule is? And they're like, all right, we know he's taking a shit. Let's beat down Rhea and Damian.
Maybe. Because that's the only other thing. The only thing I could excuse Jey Uso is, like, he's taking a mad shit, and you just can't get up from a toilet seat without wiping first. So if, like, they're getting beat up, you know, I can understand that scenario. So if they're waiting for his poop schedule to exact their revenge, then I can give him a little bit of a pass. But right now, no. Gotta spit Jey Uso's lack of urgency. I hope he loses next week. Just for it. Just cause.
Well, that's just rude. I wouldn't go that far. I would love to see Jey win a championship. I don't care that much about it. I don't like people who wait till the last fucking minute to come down and make a save. Like, what the fuck have you been doing? We're trying to ship him and Rhea, but Damian Priest is the one shielding Rhea's half-dead body with his own body before Jey even gallivants down to the ring with a fucking chair. Like, I need him to be faster.
I mean, we haven't even let Kitty talk. I think she just...
I don't even care.
Can we go back to...
Well, no, pause. It sounded like she was surprised and wanted to defend Jey.
Yeah, but...
Because you have to realize with every one of these fucking beatdowns the Judgment Day has done, Rhea and or Damian get offense, like, after the initial one. So, like, Rhea will come out or Damian will come out or whatever, and then there's a little bit of offense, and then too many people, and then it's like 2 minutes, if that. It's not even as long as you guys are making it seem like it is.
He should be out there from the go. You know what's happening with the Judgment Day. You know it's 14-on-2. You should be there.
He might not be just like chilling right in Gorilla. Like he might have to run from halfway across the arena. Like we don't know. We're not back there.
You gotta be on standby. You gotta be standby if that's your boy. If that's the girl.
If that's your mommy, you should be on mommy's hip.
See, this is why he wasn't so surprised when he thought that Rhea said that Finn was right that he wasn't good enough for her. Because he doesn't go out and make the save for her on time. He waits 3 to 5 business days to make it. But look, listen, You mentioned it prior, right, Matt? How like LWO came out and like ruined the New Day's chances. But
why don't they mind their own fucking business?
Yeah.
Actually, Kofi needs to mind his own
Kofi. That's on
business.
Kofi. Kofi misled them by saying, "I want you guys out."
You could say no. You could say it's not our business.
Kofi
it's not
is the only one.
It is
Kofi
their
is in the
business
wrong.
They took out one of their boys in Rey Mysterio. You just out here advocating for like being there for your people. LWO like, hey, Judgment Day took out Rey. That's our dude. He may be a deadbeat dad, but we got to be there for him. Yes, Matt.
Everybody turns their back on Rey Mysterio. No one would be surprised if they didn't have Rey's back. Fuck Rey.
But the point I'm trying to get to is the minute the Judgment Day showed up in that tag match versus the rest of the members of the Judgment Day showed up during the tag match against the New Day, like that, LWO showed up. Why can't Jay do that? That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. They were like this.
You're also just like brushing over the fact that Kofi Kingston is the reason that they lost the tag titles.
He is 100% is, and that's another thing that
Woods has every single right to be pissed, and that ref is garbage. Throw the ref in the trash. Because why is he focusing on shit on the outside? There is a match going on. The two legal competitors are in the ring. Why the fuck do you care what's happening outside? Terrible ref. Throw the whole ref in the garbage, in a lake somewhere. I don't care.
Toss him in the Gulf of Mexico, like Edge did to like CM Punk did that to Chavo Guerrero.
And it's just it's disrespectful. And then don't bring up E and then like disrespect Xavier Woods like that.
100%. Look, I love Kofi, man, but he's in the wrong right here. He's 100% wrong. He cost him that match. Doesn't believe in his boy. Is out here not feeling him on the game plan. You got to inform your people on the game plan. Like I've tried to make the case for Kofi Kingston in the past, but I'm Team Woods here. I don't think it's in the league.
I've been Team Woods. Kofi's in the fucking wrong. He has been for months.
I'm the one that hadn't seen the light just yet. So yeah, you guys were there already.
Now that man lied about being Jamaican for that accent for how long? Don't trust him.
That's what we should know. We couldn't trust Kofi about it. Oh man.
Faked an accent for years.
So I did this thing in the pre-show with Katie, and I didn't realize that I also did it in my notes. So this is going to be interesting, but it's two things from now. So we're swallowing, agreeing with Woods, or spitting Kofi. We're spitting Jey Uso's timing, except for Katie. Katie's but probably spitting the beatdown on the Terror Twins. And
because I'm fucking sick. Where was the dragon?
Are we swallowing Matt's dog puns? Are we swallowing that?
Sure, Matt.
I appreciate that. Because I fucked him up, so I need a little love.
I mean, Jay said he was dog walking his ass, and I said,
it's
we got any dogs in the chat tonight?
Hello, Matt. Hello, Katie. Hello, Alex.
Who let the dogs out? Anyway, Wyatt Six make weird pornos?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got that too. That's what I have in my notes. Wyatt Six porno.
Bark, 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 bark. Love you, Jesus. I'm assuming. So they just like put everyone on notice. Business with Chad is handled. We're moving on.
Well, yeah, they're starting to post some shit.
American Made also do like a little like boot camp type video saying, yeah, you know what? Fuck all that. We're gonna focus on us because America. You know, that's kind of
I mean, they're done. I mean, they had the culmination. It came to a head, and we're good. Like they don't
climax. Got it.
All right. Again, I apologize. It's just one of those days when Braun doesn't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. Bronson really doesn't know why, but he wants to justify ripping the turnbuckle off. They break stuff from the front to the back, including each other. A fan got tossed like a salad. I could flip a golf cart too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's not that impressive. Fuck off, Braun Strowman. It's not. Like, a golf cart is not hard to flip. It really is.
I don't think I can flip it, but
I've never tried. I don't know.
I bet you could do it. I've seen and mostly heard, not really seen, but I've heard of your impressive leg strength, Katie. I think you could probably flip a golf cart. It's all in the legs.
I mean, my goal in life is to kick a man's head clean off his shoulders. So,
a specific man or just any man?
Just any man, really.
Remind me to give plenty of social distancing to Katie in the future in Chicago.
She was supposed to go break into your apartment and do that
I
for us.
had a migraine. I'm so sick of this. I was watching the show, a hood up, lights off, sitting in front of a computer screen, dying.
I just want you to achieve your goals in life, and one of those goals being taking Vince's head off his shoulders.
Yeah.
I'll do the multiple man if I have to.
You had one job.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no. They broke a lot of stuff. Dude got tossed like a salad. Golf cart got flipped. Wasn't that impressive. Everything else was. Love Bronson. Choo Choo Train is whatever. It's off the tracks.
Well, I will.
I will.
The stuff the Wyatt Six have been posting on Twitter, people are guessing it's about Braun Strowman, but it could
Alexa.
I've seen Alexa. I've seen stuff show up after New Day stuff. I've seen stuff about possibly being Braun Strowman.
Ooh, put Woods in the 6.
I'm down. Fuck it.
Did anybody click on and scan that QR code?
No, because it happened so fast. I was fumbling with my phone.
I am not sitting there with my phone in camera mode, ready and waiting.
You can pause
my
it.
phone was there. I just I didn't want to pause it. No, but people obviously see. I didn't because I knew everyone on Twitter was going to, so I was like, easy. And it was just
the last
stuff about it.
7, 8, however long it's been. For a very long time, Vince, I have been watching a live stream that I cannot pause from a mobile device. I am not at home with my remote and a pause button.
Okay. Would you say?
Now I am and can, but listen, I have to break 8 years of fucking
bad habits.
Yeah, well, not bad habits, no habits. The QR code went to a site which was like a journal and other stuff for Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was something about family and a bunch of other stuff. So that's why people it showed up. The QR code was after the New Day stuff. People are insinuating Braun because he was a part of the Wyatt family. Alexa's obviously a good possibility as well. See, you tried to meet yourself, but you didn't meet yourself.
Oh. Not at all. I heard all of that.
Oh, did I? Okay, never mind.
He said, "Click."
Just choking on a glizzy. He swallowed the glizzy when he turned the camera off, came back, and now he's choking on it. Speaking of choking on glizzies, Sami Zayn out here trying to wreck another home. But this European Union is too strong, and he gets stomped until Gunther denies him consent again, and then leaves Sammy, gets up, and Sammy rolls Kaiser.
How strong? I'm too strong.
If none of that made sense to you, essentially, Sammy's like, Kaiser, why do you fuck with Gunther? Blah, blah, blah. Don't you stop trying to break up happy homes, even if
honestly
they're a little sus. In their portrayal, stop breaking up happy sus homes.
It's not your home. Just mind your fucking business. At this point, you know why he's doing it? Because he's like, hey, you know what? I think I deserve this. And then Gunther doesn't give him the title shot. It's like, oh, you know what? How can I get this? Oh, you know what? Oh, I'll break up Imperium. It's like, look what they did to.
This is a homewrecker.
Yeah. That's exactly who Sammy is, unfortunately. And I'm not a fan. It looks like they're gonna lean towards that direction, that bad blood, and hopefully, just go ahead and get it out of the way. I heard someone make a case that they're essentially just going and trying to add credibility to Gunther's few losses, or what's the word, maybe asterisks in his career. Because he lost the IC title to Sammy, obviously, but then also with King of the Ring finals, there was that wonky finish that added an asterisk to it. So he went through Randy Orton. Now he's going through Sami Zayn. They're like, okay, let's get these guys out of the rearview mirror so people don't got to talk about them going forward in this title ring. So if that's the case, then sure, get Sammy out of the fucking way and put him in the rearview mirror.
Okay. last on my list. Oh, by the way, didn't said Bad Blood. Can we get Taylor Swift's Bad Blood as the theme song for Bad Blood? Because
with the Kendrick remix, that's what
I'm sure a certain WWE Hall of Famer is opposed to that after losing her nomination because fuck him. But yeah, like, could we do that? Because we got Meg Thee Stallion on SmackDown, and I just want to piss off more wrestling fans. So, like, give me Taylor Swift's Bad Blood for Bad Blood.
Well, I'm assuming it's the rapper who's always in the vignettes for Bad Blood with Cody. I'm assuming it's him.
Probably.
So they're probably not going to go Taylor Swift.
Metro Booming is a producer.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, let him produce a remix of Bad Blood for WWE.
I don't know. I'm not in charge.
If you were, though, you definitely would have booked Bianca versus Io because it never disappoints. This is like, whenever these two get in the ring, it's like when you finally find someone who can match your freak in the bedroom. Like,
yeah. 100%.
It's always amazing. It never lets down. And of course they didn't. Probably match of the night. Io and Bianca fucking killed it.
100% match of the night. The fuck?
Swallow for sure.
And it wasn't even originally supposed to be Io. It was supposed to be Coyote, but her eye still isn't healed fully. So
yeah, that's crazy.
And she got fucked up. That desk, like she got like 8 stitches, like right above her eye, like on her eyelid. She got fucked up. But Bianca and Io consistently go hard
every time. Anything not good enough for Ritter from Raw?
You had everything I had.
Obligatory Sheamus swallow. He put on the banger match to start things off with Pete Dunne. Don't call him Butch. Fortunately, didn't get the win, but he did make the man look very strong, and it was a really good match. I enjoyed it, to be honest. So it gets a swallow for me.
Another thing that wasn't on the PWI top 5 pro wrestling items was Sheamus's mask, and I'm a little disappointed. It's an item. It's an item.
We talked about.
No, you did not talk about his shillelagh. You talked about Finley shillelagh. You talked about a shillelagh.
Yeah, and then how I pivoted that to saying how now it's relevant in today's WWE with Sheamus's shillelagh and how it's fully erect, well endowed versus Finley's shillelagh.
Well, something that keeps me fully erect and well endowed is NXT and consent forms, because they are important, ladies and gentlemen. Always get consent. Speaking of consent forms, we had a consent form signing between Trick Williams and Ethan Page, hosted by Maui's daughter. Trick says not only is he not feeling Ethan, no one is, and not getting felt makes Ethan mad. So he hits a sanctifier, which is what I call the cross powerbomb, through the table on poor Trick Willie. We return at the end of the night to get that consent form actually signed, because no one signed it the first time around. And some dude that plays basketball facilitated that for some reason. I don't know who that basketballer was. Not important. We don't talk basketball here. What?
Plays for the Pacers.
Yeah, Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, NBA All-Star, and Olympian, gold medalist on Team USA.
Nobody cares.
I don't think you have to do all that.
I think it's just funny though how the more Matt doesn't want basketball in the
Punk
show,
also decides that he had to get a piece of Trick and Ethan, and he makes himself the special guest referee.
That's not what I wanted his announcement to be. So
I know what you wanted it to be.
What did you want it to be, Katie?
We'll get there.
You didn't do shit in the Olympics. Love you, Jesus.
Now you did the bitch from fucking Australia who's breakdancing, but whatever.
She didn't win anything.
Twitter swallow consent form signing. Punk is special guest referee for Ethan Page versus Trick.
Okay.
Sure. I just don't really understand Punk's involvement here.
I'm gargling mostly just because, I mean, I can't really all out spit it, because, it's CM Punk involvement in there. And I do like everyone involved. I'm just going to gargle it just because, like Katie, I don't really understand Punk's involvement in it. But yeah, gargle.
All right. So I'm going to need everyone all right. So I'm going to say what I wrote down for my notes. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you how I really feel. So Tony wants that prostitute to deliver on what he paid for, But this hooker is lippy and refuses to honor their deal by asking for a rematch. Instead, he tells the Don to go do it himself. Tony decides it's time to put his TNA hoe out to pasture. He was whooping his ass, and then all of a sudden, he just kind of quit. Took a count-out loss. He's scared because of Oba. He's not sure if he can beat him. However, and I know Katie said this is a brother-sister relationship. I personally don't care. Listen, he needs a woman like Rizzo in his life. Rizzo is real, and I want her and Tony to fall in love. I think that would be beautiful and fantastic, and they are great for each other. She is there for him when everyone else, even Vince said, like, it seemed like everyone else was kind of like doubting him because of his lack of confidence. And fuck everybody who was doubting him for his lack of confidence. All of you. Vince is getting a slight pass because he kind of saved the stream, so I'm not going to go too hard on him. We are due to a crisis of confidence at half-mast again this week, which is the theme. However, I want to remind everyone, because we're talking about Italians, we're talking about, Italian fighters, of something that sounded very familiar, that looks very familiar, that exists. Vince, where is it? Oh, there it is.
I'm afraid! All right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid.
It takes a real man to admit when he is afraid. It takes a real man to be open about his feelings and then to overcome them via a training montage to go on and get the win over the man that beat his ass and made him scared.
So I've never watched.
Will be the North American champion. Mark my fucking words.
Never watched any of the Rocky films. Does he end up beating and overcoming his fear in the end?
Yes, from Chicago, Illinois, played by Mr. T, Clubber Lang.
Oh, that's this movie. Okay.
That's that movie.
Okay.
Clubber Lang beat the fuck out of Rocky. Rocky came back, whooped that ass.
So I have a few thoughts, man. And obviously, I gave your boy a hard time, and he was a bit of a punching bag on Get Show this past week.
That's because you, like many of our friends, subscribe to toxic masculinity and don't believe that men can be open about their feelings and can admit when they're afraid. And I think it's kind of a shame. I really do. Shame on all of you.
So here's the thing. When I saw the story unfold, I saw the interaction. I saw him admit that he was afraid. You know what? I like the story because it makes fucking sense. Look at Obafemi. I'd be afraid too. I'd be shitting bricks. I wouldn't have entered the ring if I was the Don. If I was the Don, I would have just went in there and walked out, got the con out, and got paid for the day. So kudos to him. He's a braver man than I. Here's where I want to go with it. So I think they should go in two different routes. And if they don't go in either of these two routes, I'm not really going to be a fan. Go with the crisis of confidence thing. He overcomes the odds. He beats Obafemi. Cool. Either that or crisis of confidence leads to him going back to his old measures. A beautiful Italian angel with a beautiful Italian voice.
He's not talking about me. He's talking about Rizzo, but also me.
Yeah. But that's either he turns heel to beat Obafemi, or that him unable to beat Obafemi leads to him being a heel, or he eventually beats Obafemi and gets the whole Rocky 3 ending, like you're saying. I'm all for it. But if he's going to do special training, I need him to come out looking like this.
He already looks like that, Vince. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I need him to come out with ripped clothes and everything, even more judge. That's what I mean. But I don't know. That's kind of where I feel like
Trunks is my favorite.
Say what?
Trunks is my favorite.
That was Trunks.
Yeah.
Trunks. Yeah. Well, you can't really tell because he comes out of the chamber. So he goes in there for a day. Technically, he's been there for a year and long hair. No barber.
It's a whole thing. A day, a year.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. Dragonball's not my thing, guys.
Katie, I know you're in Pittsburgh, you're not in Philly, and Rocky is a Philly legend, not a Pittsburgh legend. However, he is an Italian from Pennsylvania, and we were talking about Italian from Chicago. You're on my side with all of this, right? Like, we're together in this?
Yeah,
So-
well, first of all, I have seen the Rocky statue and the steps. I did not go up the steps because, no. I did see the statue. No, I've been on this. I've been on the right side here. Tony D and Rizzo are friends. I like that he, like, when he was like, I'm scared, I was like, oh, it's okay. 'Cause I mean, shit, everyone who's in that scenario would be the same.
You know, you and everyone else right now, live on air, is catching heat for talking shit about the Don. All your toxic masculinity, your bullshit. Let that man express his feelings. Let that man be scared.
Yeah, and he's allowed to be. And
Jesus.
Oh, he's
when
the
he
Don.
beats-
He's not allowed to be scared because that's not true.
when he beats Obafemi, and listen, I'm also an Oba feminist. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Obafemi's cool
Tony
as hell.
Soprano went to therapy because of his
He did.
anxiety and shit. And
Which
then
is
murdered his
fine.
family
Ain't
members
nobody
due to it.
saying that. You just
Hey.
can't show that weakness to your enemies because he's got to know that Obafemi's watching the program. At least make sure
Obafemi
it's behind.
knows he's scared.
It's
Obafemi
not a
clocked it.
weakness.
Obafemi clocked when this man was scared before Tony admitted he was scared.
Here's the thing. If you take that as a weakness, you are going to lose because you are now underestimating the fucking Don.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I hope he gets a Rocky 1 finale where he doesn't actually he goes to
You need Rocky 2. 'cause he lost
Adriano
Rocky
Rizzo,
one.
I
You
get
already-
it.
I know
You
that's what
already-
I meant. I meant Rocky 1. I know what I meant. I meant Rocky 1. I wanted to go the distance, but not get that title. I don't want him to
That's
really.
so fucked up.
So now it's a two-person show. Goth
Just
Girls Gone
laughing.
Wild, Katie.
Yeah, they did.
What do we want? Spooky bitches. What do we want?
Bitches.
When do we
wanted
want them?
Mina.
Now.
All the time.
Oh, right. All the time.
Tyra, Lyra, and Tatum
Tyra.
have great chemistry and get the win.
Mhm.
I love
Them-
this tag team match. I enjoyed it.
Them both sitting on the ropes and then Tatum like scooching over to hug Lyra. I was like, they're
Oh, that
the
was
cutest
fantastic.
people. I love that.
That was almost the thumbnail.
It should have been.
I wish I could have a GIF as a thumbnail because then it would have.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're so cute. I love them. And I'm so intrigued to see like what is gonna keep happening with Rosemary and Wendy. So I did see that formerly known as Xia Li will be appearing on TNA, I think, next
Yeah.
week. And then Wendy Chu was like, oh, I'll be there in like the eye emojis. So
Interesting. There's history there.
there is history there. I
and
wouldn't
the
be opposed.
Blakely, where the fuck are you? I need that login, bro. Because, like, speaking of TNA, our boy Santino and his daughter are just out having a blast. She's making decisions.
Liaison.
Yeah, no, she's like, hey, I got a tag team partner for an old friend of mine. Is going to be a tag team partner for Jordan Grace. And he's like, you sound like a very smart man. Reminds me a lot of me. I just fucking love what's going on with Ariana Grace, Stax's girlfriend, and her daddy over there in TNA. And Bakley, hit me up in the DMs when you listen to this. I need that info. I need to get back on my TNA bullshit. Speaking of being on some bullshit, we already talked about what CM Punk's announcement was, but as he was just finally about to tell us prior to coming back out at the end of the night and being like, I'm the special guest referee, the thing that Katie was hoping was going to happen because he got interrupted by a disrespectful little brat in the women's
Emphasis on the little.
Perez. What were you hoping was going to be, Katie?
So, like, originally, like, when Roxanne came out, I was like, oh my god, what if, like, AJ Lee shows up somehow? I know it's not gonna happen, but, like, just let me fucking dream. And then, like, Julia came out, and I was like, oh my god, what if AJ's the special guest for that match? And then Phil had to be like, oh, I'm special guest referee for the match. Fuck off, Phil. That's not the Punk I want. I want AJ Lee Punk, please. Not Phil. Wrong Brooks. I want the other one. Sorry. I'm sad. I miss AJ Lee.
I think we all miss AJ Lee. I think you did that one to yourself, Katie. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm not the only one. Almost every person thought so when Roxanne's the one who interrupted him.
I thought what was going to happen was that he was going to announce himself as the special guest referee for that match. And I talked about it in a gut show. I thought he was going to be the special guest ref for Roxanne versus Julia, which I thought I would have liked a little bit more because I don't really want to see him be the special guest for Trick versus Ethan Page.
Jesus, and I had a whole conversation about it on Twitter.
So Roxanne comes out disrespectful as Punk to her quote-unquote wrestling father, which Drew had some things to say about wrestling daddies and mommies on the internet. And she's like, I used to love you, more so your wife, but like I really liked you, but I should have been a Drew fan. That little harlot said she should have been a Drew fan. Then she's rambling about how jealous she is of Julia. So, of course, Julia comes out. Julia Gulia gives us a countdown. Punk cockblocks Roxanne when she tries to hit Julia from the back. It was a whole thing, and we don't get AJ Lee. Now, what would have been fantastic is if he had made AJ Lee the special guest referee for Julia versus Roxanne.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been fantastic. It would have been fantastic. I think I'm just at a point with the whole AJ Lee stuff where I tried so hard to go in the opposite direction so that I don't have moments like people had on Tuesday when they thought it was a setup for AJ Lee return. And I'd rather just not believe it until it fucking happens. And that was my approach with CM Punk coming back to WWE. And then he fucking returned. So we'll just let it happen. Like, if it happens, it's going to happen. I'm just trying not to, hurt myself.
So Punk, Roxanne, Julia spit for you, Katie?
Yeah, because it's not what I fucking wanted.
Swallow for you, Vince? Yeah.
Oh, it was all good content. It was good TV.
Well, hey, listen.
It's also going to be fantastic, but
let's all get on our knees and swallow this next load together. Lola Vice and Jada Parker in the same ring. They hate each other. They hate Lethal Attraction. I love cake. Listen. What?
It's not what their name is.
Yes, it is.
No.
Listen, I will allow you to say Pussy Fur Collectors is not their name, but they are Lethal Attraction, goddammit.
I think
they're
mean
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Attraction.
They're Fatal Influence. Everyone is wrong.
It's Fatal Influence, but I think you mean Fatal Attraction.
That's a movie.
They're Lethal Attraction, goddammit.
No.
I don't know where Lethal Attraction from.
He just...
Are we all swallowing Lethal Attraction? Fatal Attraction, Fatal Influence, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
If you get their name right.
Absolutely not. I refuse.
I'm not swallowing
Jada and Lola.
Jada and Lola
specifically the Cake Factory that was Jada and Lola.
That's mostly
the weapon. That's also
here. Because goddamn, like you see Lola fights and you're just like, she can't be real. And then you see Jada Parker, I'm like, she can't be real. Then you see them together, and I'm like, oh my god, how are they both real? Like, it's
and so damn good in the ring on top of it.
They're perfect. They're honestly, they give me like, I don't want to say Rock and Austin because I don't want to just like throw that on them, like this so soon. But they're so really good in ring. They have their characters well defined. They're good on them, like as good as you can expect them to be. I think they're stars in the making. I love them so much.
They're ass assassins.
Assassins. That should have been the thumbnail, a title. Assassins.
We haven't got to the title yet. So we're all swallowing all of that. Fatal Influence. Stupid fucking name.
I didn't make the name. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, then let me call them whatever the fuck I want and stop correcting me.
No.
Rude. Anything not good enough for Ritter on NXT?
I'm gonna swallow the fact. Wendy Choo. We didn't talk. I didn't talk about that enough. But no. I am gonna swallow the fact that because of Wesley, we have the continuity of the NXT parking lot being one of the most dangerous places in all of pro wrestling. When he attacks.
I'm afraid. All right. You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid.
Why did you do it again?
He was talking about the NXT parking lot being so dangerous. I'm afraid.
I hate you.
I'm afraid.
Look, I'm not going to that parking lot. If I have to park, I'll park like 5 blocks down the way. I won't be doing there. But I like that. I like the continuity. We're gonna get a street fight. Wesley, Pete Wentz. I'm all for it. It's gonna be in Chicago. I'm hoping I can go. We'll see. Good shit.
If you think that's bad, Katie, wait till spooky season. You know how many times I'm gonna be able to use "I'm afraid" during spooky season?
I'm
You're not getting rid of that, are you?
I'm swallowing Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander versus Baby Regal and friends. I just love Javon and Cedric as a tag team. And I also just love that Cedric Alexander is finally getting the respect he deserves again. You know?
Yeah, for sure. He's on down there. You know, I like him. It has like a nice little like dynamic that they had with Sheldon Benjamin, like Chad Gable when they were tag team on SmackDown. Like Sheldon Benjamin finally getting that run again as a tag team guy, just like Cedric is getting a run again as a tag team guy. The young up and coming guy in Chad Gable, so to speak. Like I like it. It's like a little like mentorship thing. You know, it's like a little Shaq and Kobe.
All I say is Big Swole is one lucky woman.
Katie, you know why you shouldn't correct me when I mispronounce Fatal Influence?
Why?
Because JC Jane is a fake ass bitch.
That's not fair. I was trying to find a way to play the clip. Fuck you.
But I did.
Yes.
All right. Is that it for Not Good Enough for Ritter? Cool. Now the show that Vince doesn't watch. Don't worry, there's not a lot, Vince. You're gonna be okay. At least for me. I don't know what Kay's got. Obligatory spit of wrestling's Majorie Taylor Green, also known as Chris Jericho, and his bad built butch body. We had girl and girl on girl and girl. Sex ed teacher Serena Deeb teams with sex incarnate Mariah May to take on the queen of AEW and Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah, that happened. That was a thing.
We love girl on girl on girl on girl.
Yeah.
Yuka was getting a lot of shit for her voice, I guess.
Which is so and also this isn't the first time she's been like showcased on AEW. Like, nope, it's been a few years, but Yuka's adorable. Queen Aminata is a goddess. Serena Deeb, shout out, and it's Mariah fucking May. Like, 4 really good women in the ring who don't get the besides Mariah, because she's champion now, like who don't get to showcase how good the women's division over there can be. So I'm not going to complain about it. Like, it was great. It did what it needed to do, and now we get Mariah versus Yuka in next week.
But what's most important is we want Mina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw the title, because Mariah wants Mina, and we want Mina. And Mina let us know we might be getting Mina.
Not even might. We will be getting Mina.
Listen, I opened, I was talking about Rhea doing her workout thing, blah, blah, blah. The first thing I saw when I opened it up was Mina in like a leather red or latex red fucking onesie with boots and shit. And we almost didn't start the show. All right. I almost got distracted and forgot to hit play. So we want Mina. Plus, I was promised a live striptease celebration, and all that we're missing is Mina, which only makes this Mina. Get it, Mina?
So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, like, after the match.
It's going to happen when they go to Max.
If they go
Mariah to the Max.
Mariah to the Max. Well, when they finally go to Max, that could be the title. I mean, I'll forget, but okay.
It will be the title when they finally go to Max, if they ever go to Max. And that's the thing, like, we have this whole dispute because everyone on the AEW side is like, TV deal imminent, announcements imminent, it's coming, but they've been saying it for months and we haven't got shit yet. And all the opposition, all the ops are like, they don't have a TV deal. Their attendance sucks. They're going out of business.
Oh, Oh my god, if I see one more fucking tweet about attendance, I'm slapping somebody. Because holy shit, no one cares. Let them have a show with however many fucking people.
Also, why would you want a company to go out of business and people to lose their job? Like, that's fucked up.
Exactly. Like, hey,
Fucked up.
AEW hasn't been my favorite for quite some time. I'm still going in 2 weeks. You know why? Because it's the 5-year show and it's in Pittsburgh. Because fuck it.
Private Party thinks that they're going to get their hands on a BBC, but Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati and crew turn this into torture porn. Emo Barbie shows up, decides to get involved because this is his kind of scene, but the BDSM has to wait as Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati backs away from the fight after taking a skateboard to the dome.
I was not expecting him to smash Cassidy's hand the way he did. I gasped. I said, oh, fuck. Okay. I mean, shit.
Isaiah Cassidy, not Owen Cassidy.
Yeah, Isaiah Cassidy.
No. I know he, man. I was keeping up.
Well, just when you hear Cassidy in AEW, I feel like most people think Orange, not Isaiah.
No, but I knew you guys were talking about Private Party.
Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati.
Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Of course. Right. Who else?
I want to be clear about something. Okay. Jeff Jarrett is not a babyface. Even if Adam Page is evil, or at least his mustache is, Jeff Jarrett is not a babyface in this scenario.
No way.
Hangman wanting to arson Tony Schiavone doesn't all of the sudden make Jeff Jarrett a babyface. That's not how that works.
I agree.
I just got done watching the Forever Purge. Or give me cowboy shit. The Last Outlaw versus the Arsonist Cowboy. Cool. Let's do it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we can light Jeff Jarrett on fire and be done with him.
Maybe that'll be Hangman's new thing. Like Savannah wants him to like bring back the rope piece to like hang people with like ROH or whatever the fuck. Maybe his new thing will just be lighting people on fire.
How awesome would it be if Hangman was the one to bring the Inferno match to AEW through arson?
I mean, I'm not hearing a bad possibility.
I mean, it'd be
hates on Hangman.
I hate on Hangman all the time, but that wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Just saying.
That's all I got. So you got anything not good enough for Ritter from AEW, Katie? Or Vince? Maybe watched?
Did Vince actually watch?
I think I watched up until like Steven Cincinnati showed up and got attacked by Private Party, and then at that point, I think that's the most I watched, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch something else.
So you missed Stone Cold Steven Cincinnati making sure Isaiah Cassidy couldn't jack off for at least a year.
Yeah, I missed that part. It got to the part where they tossed out Cassidy or someone over the. He got attacked after we're getting close to the barricade, and then they tossed someone like they tossed the dude in like the Bronson rematch, like over the barricade, and then that was the last thing I saw.
All right, Katie, not good enough for Ritter. What you got?
I'm swallowing Ricochet versus the Beast Mortis. I like the Beast Mortis. Pretty fucking cool. And specifically because I get to see Will Ospreay versus fucking Ricochet live in person in 2 weeks. And I'm 100% okay with that. I win. This is a match I've wanted to see for a long time, besides the clip I've seen on Twitter 800 times. Yes.
What was it that Ricochet called Will Ospreay that got his panties all in a bunch?
Little bro.
Little bro. He little broed him.
Little bro.
That's right.
He little broed him.
Who you little broing? I've been out here, the best wrestler on the indies for fucking 27 years. Well, you've been over in WWE. You got to prove shit to me. I don't have to prove shit to you. I'm Will motherfucking Ospreay, trained by the Great O'Khan.
And Ricochet said, hey, I've been winning matches. Now you got to win some matches. And I talked to Tony Khan. So in Pittsburgh at the 5-year show, Ricochet, Billy Goat Ospreay for the title. I'm so fucking excited to see that match live. Flippy shit.
All right, so listen. If you're new to the show or you've been watching for a long time, maybe you're unfamiliar. Just so you know, anything and everything that Will Ospreay accomplishes in his career and or Kyle Fletcher will be attributed to the Great O'Khan. Nothing they do will not be because of the Great O'Con, according to the Smackin' It Raw podcast. So,
according to you, not the Smackin' It Raw podcast. According to you,
I am the Smackin' It Raw podcast.
you don't speak for us.
Where's the bullhorn? I dropped the mic, but it's on a boom. All right, let's get into SmackDown then. So we had a fake TSA trying to cop a feel on Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga as they enter the building, and then they got their ass beat because, like, again, you're not allowed to grab junk without consent, guys. Trust me, I get it. All right, I've seen Tama Tonga, even Jacob Fatu. Like we talked about it, dude has 7 kids. He's a feminist. Like trying to grab the Ulafala. I get it, but you gotta get consent. You cop the wrong feel. You stroke the wrong moose knuckle.
Yeah. No Diddy. Come on, yes. Come on. Anyways,
I'm staring. Are you gonna say anything or
no. Just doing the Diddy joke.
him?
Oh.
I mean, I guess we can roll that into. So basically, Kevin Owens woke up on the wrong side of North America. And he has an all-dressed chip on his shoulder. Byron can't take a hint because obviously after the first time of Kevin Owens ignoring his question, he thought it'd be good to, maybe he didn't hear me. Let me ask again. Kevin's like, I'm just going to go to the ring and tell everyone what the fuck's going on because, like, fuck you, Byron. The Bloodline post-TSA torture porn segment still have another round in them, and this time they want some Great White North ass. And that Great White North ass being Kevin Owens. DIY says, hey, you know what? Fuck TC. Main event time again. Bloodline's like, nah, TC, don't worry. We got your back, bro. We're going to stop that shit. They get fucked up. Kevin's like, I can handle 3 men at once, which all the confidence in the world after losing to Cody Rhodes, like, props to you for that. Because personally, I know I can't handle 3 men at the same time, but you thought you could, let alone 2 Tongans and a Samoan. Like, that's okay.
The Samoan being a werewolf, specifically.
A specific werewolf. Then the Street Profits are like, no, listen, they fucked us up. All right, we're like, we'll take DIY spot. We'll come out here. We'll team with Kevin Owens and fuck the Bloodline. And I'm sure TC was like, hell yeah, like I was when the Street Profits took fucking Pete Wentz and Patrick Stump's spot. I was so happy. And then TC, I'm like, he's like, oh, Street Profits over DIY. This is amazing. And that's how I felt. I'm like, this is great, right? Then DIY is like, no, fuck you, TC. We're still showing up in the main event. We're still coming out, and we're still getting our ass beat again.
Technically, the match was over when DIY showed up.
They still showed up in the main event segment of the show.
There you go.
Exactly.
And then to make things worse for TC, his other biggest op, Cody Rhodes, also comes down to the ring to make the save. And Kevin Owens can't pull the fucking trigger.
I thought he was going to. I got so excited. I was like, oh my God, he's going to do it. No. This is not the Canadian murderous teddy bear that I have grown to love since NXT when he beat the absolute shit out of his quote-unquote best friend for a fucking title. Where is Kevin Owens? Because this man is not Kevin Owens.
He hasn't been Kevin Owens
This is
in a
Mr.
while.
Steen over here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he needs to find that in himself because he hasn't really been that guy since he like won that WWE Universal Championship in that Fatal 4-Way match on Raw back like maybe 8 years ago. And ever since then, we just kind of see like this like half-assed version of Kevin Owens, like not full version of him. We got a small little tease of him finally turning heel, but he's just so popular that they turned him babyface right away. And it doesn't really help that you gave him the stunner or they let him use the stunner because it's so over. Everybody's going to pop for a stunner. Yes.
Does Cody Rhodes have blue eyes, or did I just make that up in my head when I said that Kevin Owens looked into his baby blues and couldn't pull the trigger?
I think he has blue eyes, yes. Not sure.
Hold on. I have a picture with Cody Rhodes on the look. Not the flex.
Flexing hard as fuck.
I did. What can I say?
Okay. Well, Katie's looking up the color of Cody Rhodes' eyes. And
Yes.
in fact, it was the baby blues that made Kevin Owens not be able to pull the trigger. I think he's going to, by the way. I think they're fucking cock teasing us. They're edging us before they give us the climax here.
Because
Yeah.
why would they do anything besides that?
Because if they do it prior to Bad Blood, then that means his focus is split between Bloodline and KO, and they need something for him to do that will deter him from being in that whole mix with the Bloodline. So he goes and focuses on Kevin post Bad Blood. Roman focuses on the Bloodline after Bad Blood, and it just stays Bloodline centric, within the family, so to speak. I think that's when it's gonna be. They're brown eyes, aren't they?
They're blue, but like they have like hints of green. So like,
okay,
they're not like straight up baby blues.
Okay. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, we were supposed to, I thought, get a Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes segment, but instead we got a clip from Friday Night Lights that they cut into the show, which was weird.
You're stupid.
It was the conversation that they had in the segment. I liked. Sure. Cool. The segment itself, like, it just felt out of place. I felt like,
yeah, but I think that's a good thing. We got cinema, like Jesus said. Like, it felt different. It wasn't your typical random wrestling bullshit.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it for what it was.
It wasn't terrible. Like I said, it wasn't terrible. Just not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be in ring cinema.
No, they're gonna save that shit from a like movie perspective, because this was basically like a short film. It was shot beautifully. Everything about it was beautiful. It did what it needed to do to establish that these two men, yeah, they're supposed to be on the same team, but they don't like each other, and they haven't, and they're not going to respect. The only thing was Roman gave his word, and as the tribal chief, he doesn't go back on his word, so he will have Cody Rhodes' back in 2 weeks. And Cody said he will have his. But Roman just said, "You're in my way in life." And I said, "That's crazy."
That's tough.
That's insane.
It is.
Whatever.
I apologize ahead of time, Vince. After being a bottom for LA Knight, he defeated Andrade, just wants to lick his wounds and use his tears for lube, but Melo's still bitter. These two cannot keep their hands off each other. Security has to make room for the Holy Ghost. Match 6 of 7 now loading.
Okay. I'll swallow your interpretation and description of the events. They're very colorful, as they should be. Number 2, swallowing the fact that we're going to get part 6 of Andrade versus Melo, because two beautiful men doing beautiful things in the ring. What more could you want? Number 3, I'm going to swallow the match itself. It was pretty good, even though LA Knight, fumbled the bag a few times towards the end. And number 4, I'm going to spit LA Knight, because what the fuck, bro? Like, the match ends, right? You're supposed to be one of the top baby faces, and you go for a fist bump. Okay, cool, whatever. Maybe handshake isn't your thing. You don't know Andrade like that. You don't want to be too formal. But then Andrade extends his hand to shake it, give you respect. He's still doing the fist bump, and I'm not sure if that was in character or out of character. Maybe he was mad with Andrade, but he wouldn't shake his hand. Andrade had to go out of his way. Bitch, shake my hand. You're the baby face. I'm giving you your props. What the fuck are you doing? Forcibly had to show that man respect. Are you not a Ring of Honor fan? Do you not know the code of honor? Like,
this ain't Ring of Honor.
But still, like
they gotta shake hands.
Okay, I'm biased here, obviously. But you guys didn't think it was weird that he didn't want to shake his hand? Like, bitch, shake my fucking hand.
I honestly didn't look that much into it.
I did.
I just thought it was just.
But I'm at a point with LA Knight where I'm looking for reasons to dislike him more as I'm going on with my fandom.
You thought it was what, Katie?
Awkward.
It was awkward, and why? It didn't have to be. Shake his hand.
That's like when you go for a high five and then someone does a fist bump and then you both switch, and then it's just it's a bunch of just like miscommunication.
Yeah, no, but Ellie and I just wasn't switching. He was like, "No, bitch, fist bump is all you get from me."
He was like, "This is all you get from me."
This is all
Looking
you get.
for reasons to hate is a you problem.
We had more girl and girl action. This time it was Nia and Tiffany versus BBL Bailey and Naomi, your new women's speed champion, if I saw correctly on the internet.
Let me see. I'll check. I'll double check.
Who, Bailey or Naomi?
Naomi.
Uh,
Because we said BBL Bailey and Naomi, your new women's speed champion. Nia sat on faces. Naomi's ass was eaten. Tiffany tried really hard not to say anything racist after taking out Nia on accident. Tiffany gets 1D from 2 women at the same damn time, and Nia gets 2 girls, 1 pin. Who's the number 1 contender? Nick Aldis says, let them fight and figure it the fuck out themselves.
I was gonna let Katie go first, but it seems like she's like scrolling through her phone.
No, I don't. I saw that she made it to the semifinals, but I didn't see anything about the finals. But
okay,
I just
maybe someone just made the fucking thumbnail.
It's possible.
It was on some sarcastic bullshit, and I only saw it once, so that they could have just been like, just imagine how dumb this would be, because people.
Yeah, because people. I liked the tornado tag team match thing. Whatever it was, whatever it actually ended up being. It was fun. A lot of hints of tension between both teams. Tiffany accidentally fucking up Nia, and Bailey and Naomi both trying to get pins, and in reality they both got the pin. And anyways, just make it a fucking triple threat, Nick. All this, the fuck.
Honestly, I'm with you right there, Katie. Because when the situation happened, like the easiest thing was like, okay, you both legitimately pin her. You guys both get a championship match, triple threat. Why make a? Yeah. And you know what's gonna piss me off? I don't know how you feel about this, Katie, but it's gonna piss me off if next week we get this match and then Nia and Tiffany go in there, fuck up the match, so that no winner. Technically, nobody gets a title match, and Nick Aldis is like, just for that, it's gonna be a triple threat match, and we just like get to the end result.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
And that's gonna make you mad. Why?
Because
because
why
they had to tell a story because we got 2 weeks to go, and the fuck we gonna do for 2 weeks? We're gonna do this, and you're still gonna get what the fuck you wanted anyway. I'm gonna be so mad if they give me what I want. How dare you give me what I want?
They're adding too many fucking steps. Like, unless you're gonna go with a single person and that's why you're doing the singles match, okay, cool. But if you're just gonna go to the triple threat, why not just make it a triple threat, like right then and there? You can still add to the story without doing a match between Bailey and Naomi.
Yeah, all right. Last but not least for me, an oddly sexy training montage of Chelsea Green taking out the garbage.
I don't know how I felt about it, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
Chelsea is a gem. I was like confused. I was like, oh, I forgot she keeps calling Michin trash. That's why she's doing all of this.
And it's a dumpster match.
And it's a dumpster match. Cole got so excited about the possibility of Chelsea Green getting put into a dumpster. This man lost his mind.
He was animated. He was jumping up and down. He was so animated. It was hilarious.
That was like him when he first got the antlers from fucking Valhalla. Like, he lost his goddamn mind.
Why does he care so much about this goddamn antlers?
He likes the antlers. I don't know. Maybe it's his thing.
Goddamn. All right. I mean, we don't kink shame here.
Exactly.
Anything not good enough for Ritter on SmackDown?
I think that was literally everything on SmackDown.
Well, with the exception of the Giovanni Vinci, Apollo Crews one, but that's
more... Yeah, you know, like I said, the Italians had a bad week, and I don't want to fucking talk about that. All right, like
at least he got a chance to actually start.
Wow, you really unraveled it, dude.
At half mast.
It was rolled up. It was placed back on the desk.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of what they're doing with Giovanni Vinci. Like,
I'm just confused. Like, granted, Apollo Crews, great,
yeah,
awesome, but Giovanni Vinci, like, you hyped this man up brought back the Vini Vidi Vici shit. Like, I got excited. I was like, look at this man. He's kissing bitches in the crowd. Like, come on.
Fabulous Carmella all over again, or whatever the fuck that fucking Carmella was, where she was like taking baths and shit.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that is Carmella.
Way back when it was still NXT Black and Gold, they were advertising this dude that was fucking jacked, swole, bald, white man, Dan Matha. For weeks.
I just saw something about this on Twitter. I know exactly what you're going to do.
Exactly. For weeks, they hyped this man up just for Samoa Joe to whoop that ass and just squash him in like 30 seconds. And we never saw Dan Matha ever again.
I think he was on NXT, one of the seasons of NXT.
No, I don't think so. I don't recall.
Or not NXT, Tough Enough.
Tough Enough. You could be right. I'm not sure. I don't really care enough to
maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, like
it was Dorian Mack in NXT.
I don't know. I just knew him as
Samoa Joe too. Like Samoa Joe would be.
But it was crazy because
person to like fuck somebody up after being like, oh hey, we have this new person debuting. Let's hype them up. Let's give them these beautiful video packages, and then Joe, like,
but see,
he's gonna fuck everybody up.
But it wasn't like a match with Joe. So it was like a 4 or 5 week setup build. He had his regular scheduled like debut match, and he was going to come out for his match, and then Samoa Joe cuts him off mid entrance, beats the shit out of him, and starts cutting the promo about Shinsuke Nakamura.
Because Joe had beef with Nakamura. Joe had more important things to do than watch this random man wrestle.
Oh man,
Joe was probably champion at the time, if not ready to defeat Nakamura to become champion.
I think he was champion at the time.
So
it was the middle of his heated rivalry with William Regal.
Mr. Regal.
Maybe I know him from NXT UK. He was on NXT UK.
Who else?
Yeah.
Matt still
Butch?
that up is crazy.
Yes. He was Butch as fuck.
Yeah.
Anything else not good enough for Ritter?
No, I think we covered everything. Italians had a tough week.
Anything not good enough for Ritter in the realm of AEW, TNA, MLW, CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling?
No. Yeah, no.
They did drop that
DLC pack?
Queens of Evil or Evil Queen or whatever, the fucking thing on Netflix, and Alexa Bliss did some voice work for that.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I did see that.
I started watching it today, and Zoe was in the room, and I didn't realize it was TVMA, and then they said shit, and I had to shut it off because she wanted to watch Cody Rhodes yesterday, and I put on the main event match, and Roman Reigns called Cody Rhodes a bitch, and then she goes, he just called Cody Rhodes a bitch, and I'm like, you can't, that's a bathroom word. You're not allowed to say that. That's one of those words you can only say in the bathroom when no one's around. So.
You do that with her?
Yeah.
I've seen parents like setting up their phone like on a TikTok, and then they like, all right, you can go into the bathroom and say your words, and these kids go, oh.
You said fuck one time, and that was the first time we did it, and I just heard her go in the bathroom. She goes, fuck the shower. And I started dying laughing.
Because here, swear is so funny.
I might have to steal that from you the day I decide to, have a child of my own. That sounds interesting.
It's so fucking funny.
For sure.
Well, we got nothing else from the world of pro wrestling. Katie, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
I mean, NXT. Come on now. Nobody's too surprised at this point.
We'll go with Raw. Had a little bit of everything. It was a pretty fun show.
I feel like I can't go NXT due to the disrespect.
No, you go NXT to spite the disrespect.
I was more so talking about CM Punk. Like, I don't care. But, however, Katie makes a good point. Listen, all you misogynistic motherfuckers who don't think men are allowed to have feelings and that men can't be afraid
No one
or
said
show
that.
fear, spite you, NXT, and specifically the segment where Tony the Don D'Angelo said,
I'm afraid! All right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid.
Show of the week.
All right. Fair enough.
Because it's a fantastic show.
It was a pretty solid show.
I mean, I didn't get AJ Lee, and I got punked twice, but like, I'll take it.
Make it sound like it's a bad thing to get punked twice.
He should have just brought out his wife. And
Some people can only handle so much Pepsi, Vince. Like,
maybe his wife didn't give consent to come out, so can't really be mad for.
I'm pretty sure she's still involved with WoW, and I wonder if like contractually due to that.
I don't.
But also, I don't think she wants to be back on screen. Like everything WoW related is behind the scenes.
Yeah, she's producing it.
Exactly.
Wow. Vince.
Yes.
Places, people, things about you, yourself, and Irene.
Irene. Okay. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Go check out the Get Show podcast at Get Show Podcast on the Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. Go check out Circle of Debate's YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on bell notifications there so you know whenever Get Show Podcast dropped an episode. We do live episodes. The first one was a shit show. It was a train wreck, but it was a fun train wreck. We had a good time. Garn froze at like halfway through the show, and we almost did a 2-hour show. So go support us there. Go watch us and do our shenanigans there.
Make sure you follow the Steve of the Smackin It Raw podcast on all socials and all of the great things he does outside of the sphere that is Smackin It Raw. We love Steve. But now it's just me and you and me. Our friend Steve already went. Katie, where can they find you?
All right, you can follow me on Twitter, KatieRasson13, link to about to take all things She Showcase, twitch.tv/She Showcase, and youtube.com/She Showcase. Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. For the time being, we'll see what the fuck happens. Just celebrated 3 years, so you can go check that out. And merch dropped, so I did that. Finally,
the Chicago flag, it looked really cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
3 motherfucking years of the She Showcase, and things are changing. Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Find out in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Supposedly.
Okay. All right. Hopefully I can find out after I take a piss.
No, that's everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me at Mattridders at MATTRIDDER on Twitter for your wrestling content. If you want horror content, go to Getting Off, which returns next Friday, 1 week from yesterday, with the latest Katie horror showcase, and Matt makes Katie watch Sleepaway Camp, which was actually Katie's choice, but still I'm going to make her watch it, even though she picked it. You guys can also follow me on all social medias at Smackin It Raw. That's TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. There is an awesome video of my daughter singing the Cody Rhodes theme song currently up on TikTok, and she knows the words better than most of the fans know the words. She got like every third word correct in her little rendition. So like, shout out to her. Like, you hear her say whoa and freedom and adrenaline.
She said father. I was like, okay, Zoe.
Yep. Yeah, no, she knows what the fuck she's doing. So go check that out. Throw us some likes. I would appreciate it. She would love it. She loves doing stuff like that. So for Miss Katie Kinsey Baby and our friend Steve, because I know Vince loves it. I am the patron saint of podcasting award, Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on
TC shows
Pornhub.
up right at the end.
What the